What's going on, guys? So I got another video here at the shop for you today. So you can tell I've been kind of busy. I got a forklift now, added that to the collection here. But I've been real busy in here. Added a radial arm saw to the shop as well. I got that off Marketplace for free. Today's video though is one I've been wanting to do for years. I finally got the wood stove for my house up and running and working-ish, kind of. So don't laugh at the, it ain't 100% perfect. I'm not an expert at doing this, but I customized it for my own use into here. I'm going to go over what I did. I have not fired it up yet. That's going to be in this video. Wood and shit there to burn. So before I get into this, just know that if you're an expert on doing these, don't make fun of me. I know it's not a professional job. I know I have to seal up that up there too yet. It's just, I just got this done on Thursday. I want to test it out today and just see how it's going to work. I'll be using this as my work stall for right now because that's where the heat's going to be at. And I bought tarps to tarp across this to build a little stall just for the time being. But basically, the way I did this, I'm going to start with the electrical first. This switch here turns on this guy here. This is a relay and a amp down thingamajigger that runs the little blower down there. Has a manual or automatic override switch here. And then this switch here goes down to the blower down there. So FYI, this here, right there, where this little wire goes I built, that's what would go to a thermostat. I am not running a thermostat because I'm not going to need one. So if you have this style system here, it's a 24-volt relay for that down there. If you're not running a thermostat, you got to connect these two terminals right there, okay? Bought a new one off of Amazon for 20 bucks. Did the wiring myself. The reason why it's not hard wired in, and I know you're gonna, some guys are gonna say, oh, you're an idiot for doing that. It's not fire code, not safe. I don't care. It was so much faster to run the cord from that to here than try and run conduit up and around and over and all that money on wiring and shit and all that stuff. This was 10 seconds of work. I had all the stuff sitting already in here, so I don't care. I have this simply like this to blow towards where I'm working at. I'm not going to go through all the trouble and run big ducts in here. It's just stupid to me. This will be fine. It's good enough. This is my inlet. I've got the air filter right there. The reason I have it like this is I have this pan that's all bent down there. I wanted to try and have the suction side here, which obviously is not blocked off. It's just kind of half-assed, but I want to suck as much air from up here where it's by the heat and not the dust and dirt off the floor. So that's why I kind of did this. Obviously it's not professional, but it works. It'll be fine. I got pavers to hold it up off the ground about 2.5, 3 inches, 2 inches maybe. This is, yeah, that's where the air filter goes down in there. This is the box that was on, so I got it. Now, as far as the exhaust side goes here, okay? I had already bought 3 sections of 4-inch black pipe like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that. I wasn't going to waste them. I had to buy one more. It was like 12 bucks. They're so cheap. I know they don't last very long. I don't care. Eventually, I plan to put a big heater in here. This is just going to be for this year, maybe one more year. We'll see. I custom built hangers. Now, if you're wondering why I have this, I got drywall screws in there with this sandwiched, so this thing can't go back and forth. It's kind of loosey-goosey. I didn't like that. This is all metal I had in the shop. I found some brackets I bought, bent some stuff, makes it work. Up there, gas tank straps I found out for any vehicle are way better. You can tell that looks much better there. And I have it just kind of flattened out and then to an L to right there. And then the same up there. And then up there I have it a 90 to a, yeah, so this is a 4-inch piece, 4 foot, 4 foot, 3 foot or 2 foot piece to a 90 to a 4 foot piece outside. And then I completely forgot I had to go outside to show you guys the outside, so I apologize on that. I gotta still finish up in here yet. But then outside here, I have the dingle hanging out now. Plenty far away. As you can tell, I have nothing around here to catch on fire. That's not gonna burn down. I have a $20 end cap on there to keep, you know, whatever out of there and stuff, and then sure work out good. My ridge vent, I don't have a vent here at all, okay? So originally, I was going to put it through the roof, but I couldn't get up there at all. And minus that beautiful bee's nest right there, there's a vent that goes all the way down the sky, and then the center of the roof up there, there's also a ridge vent right there. So you don't want that smoke to come back into your shop. So we're going to test this out. If it does come in there, I will basically cut in 90 into that and then run up past the roof. But we're going to see how well this works out. Today is the maiden voyage of it. I want to do this all at one time with you guys to show you. I also have all that to burn for wood, plus all the dead trees and stuff back here. So that's another reason why I'm doing this for, is it's way cheaper. I had this out of my house, brand new. That furnace was like $2,500 per their website. It's a Royal 9058 or something like that. There's a whole bunch of those on Marketplace for free. So if you want a cheap heat for your shop or garage, go buy it. That's what I have right here. 8095, sorry. But yeah, basically, what I did do in here is I packed it full of cardboard and wood, but it's got all new fire bricks in here as well. So what we're gonna do here is test it out, and I'll show you this. So it's powered on, and then this guy there blows air into there. This guy turns on the sucker machine, and then it blows out here. Now, as you can tell, it's got some junk in there yet. So we're going to power these off for now, and we're gonna light this guy up and see how well it burns. Let's get the torch in there, and hopefully she'll burn up really nice. And the idea here is to have basically as free of heat as possible, because propane is expensive. So we're gonna try and see what we can do here. Now I'm not all familiar with like how the draft works and stuff like that with these, and how you know, this thing works. You gotta pull this out, let more air out or some shit or something. But we're gonna see how this all works out. Again, this is the test run here. So looks like she's burning pretty good though. So I guess we'll let that burn and see. And I'm really hoping, because I just use self-tappers in the joint sections here, so I am really hoping that they don't leak a lot of exhaust. If they do make clamps to put around those. I just didn't know that till I was already done. But we'll see how it works out here. Not quite warm yet. Oh, she's going good in there though, hey. So yeah, well, so far it ain't really leaking any exhaust in here at all, so that's good. Definitely can feel the heat off of this guy though, man. That feels good, hey. So my end goal though, honestly, what I want to do is, a couple guys at work did this in their shops and their houses, which I really want to try. They ran a copper coil inside of the burn unit itself. Went out and they did radiant heat along the baseboard all the way around their houses and shops, and ran a big tank, not big, but a tank with antifreeze in it and a pump. And not only do you get the heat out of this part, and then the heat off of the exhaust here. But then you also have radiant heater on the whole shop that warms up the shop on the floor too. So you get kind of 3 heat sources here, because I can feel the heat off of that like you would not believe. I mean, that really feels good. I'm not gonna lie, man, that feels excellent right here. This puts off some serious heat, man. I dig this. This is nice. Like, I'm cold and my face right now is like, she's warming up. Also, I gotta grab something quick too. Guy at my work told me too to make sure you check the temps at the bottom and the top here, just so you don't end up having a fire here, because they do make a double wall insulated. I have this guy here, Snap-on Taiwan thing. It's not mine, I borrowed it. If you want one, there's your part number. Our temps. But this guy, I'm hoping this works. I haven't even turned it. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So, oh, now we're getting warmth out of that bad boy. So he said to do this. Take a reading there, 521 degrees, and then take one up there, which obviously I know is going to be kind of... Okay, so we got the smokage coming out of that now. So, we definitely got to figure that part out. That's going to smell really bad in here. So we'll have to get a clamp onto that guy, because that's going to suffocate all of us. Okay, so to seal that up, but up there, so she's still pretty hot. You don't want to have this super hot by the wood right there, so it doesn't catch on fire. That's like about 80, 70, 80 degrees. And that one there is not much warmer. Okay, so the rest of the joint section seem pretty good. It just seems like the base one down here, though, is the issue we have is down here. So I will, when this cools off, this is nice and hot heat, by the way. I'm digging this, even though it stinks like exhaust. I got ridge vents up there that go around this whole thing. So up there is a ridge vent, and then way up there is a ridge vent up there. So that's definitely getting pretty hot right there. The metal's not very hot though. That's good. That's not terrible, so it is definitely warm. That's pretty hot. I mean, I can seriously feel the heat in here though, man. Like it is not cold at all over here. Like, it's nice and toasty. Looks like the smoke is gone now too. But this is definitely warm. So 10 out of 10. Recommend doing this. It took me, I would say, I mean, I did this for a few days. I think I had probably, I'm going to say probably maybe 2 hours into the electrical on this. I went to Menards probably about 18 million times to get different pieces of piping. Now that I know what I'm doing, it'd be much faster. I would say if you plan this out right, this would take you probably maybe 4 hours. I'd use a ladder to get up there and then drill these holes and stuff and fab it all up. But functionality wise, I mean, this is nice and hot heat here, man. This is great. You really can feel the heat off of this guy too. The reason why I was told to leave the pipe in here as much as possible is all the radiant heat radiates off that to help heat up your shop. I think I'm gonna end up getting some flashing for up there though, to try and keep the heat to a minimum, because that's already, well, it's cooling down to, yeah, 300 almost. That's still kind of hot, but yeah, no, it's working out good. But I think I'm gonna get some heat shields and build a heat shielding down this. FYI too, I got this. This is 24 inches from here to there away is 24 inches, 2 feet, to where it's not gonna really do much to here. This is ice cold. I can touch this, it's ice cold, okay? So if you, well, I guess you can't go that close to it, but You know, that's not hot at all. It's still ice cold. This is still ice cold too. So I'm not worried about that transferring heat to the wood at all. And then that is just tin right there with some opening to help cool that down. So I think we'll be good there. Yeah, so I think we're pretty much good here temp-wise. This guy coming out of there is about 80, 75 degrees, so not too bad there on temp coming out. I guarantee you this is probably hot. Yeah, a little bit. So yeah. Now obviously I'm not going to leave all this flammable stuff sitting right next to the wood burner. It's just here for a demonstration purpose though. This is definitely nice and hot air coming out of this thing though, man. I mean, that's what this is showing. Now obviously it's not that coming out of this, you know, but that's pretty warm. But yeah, so I know it's kind of a long video. If you have any questions on your wood burner, let me know. I'll do the best I can to help you out. I'm still not sure how this whole thing works out. I just know that it's blowing hot out and it's nice and warm over here. So I do plan to eventually, you know, insulate this whole place. But for right now, oh yeah, she's getting kind of smoky in here. That's okay though. We got the fan there to blow smoke out. But I'll be putting a tarp across this guy here, and then somehow down this way to make this into a work stall for right now. So I've got heat because it is getting cold out. But yeah, she's nice and warm in here, so I like that. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Any questions or anything like that, let me know. I know this is not a professional installation, but we're just trying to stay warm here for the winter as cheap as we can. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any more questions. Check back. I'll be doing a whole bunch of videos on the Titan today. A little sneak peek there. So yeah, so thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys later.